Assalamualaikum guys, welcome back. Let's get into it.
A newborn should be a reason to celebrate. But in this hospital in Gaza City, there is no joy.
ينظروا لنا بعين الرحمة يعني يطلوا ينظروا لأولادنا.
Nora is just a few weeks old. Her grandmother took her to this hospital because Nora's mother is too malnourished to breastfeed her newborn and too weak to sit by her side.
نديها الحليب الصناعي لأنه إمها فيش عندها استعداد إنها ترضع من سوء التغذية اللي هي فيه. اجينا بالنسبة للحالة تبعتها إنه هي حالتها صعبة، في عندها التهابات بالشعب الهوائية، وهذا نتيجة الحياة الظروف الصعبة اللي إحنا فيها، زي هيك من سوء التغذية اللي عندها صارت.
The UN warns the shortage in baby formula and food will push more children into starvation. And relatives in this hospital know if the mothers can't eat, neither will their babies.
والله لحتى الآن ما وفرنا له، ويعني هاي فيها سفر وإلا من الصبح بعد، من الصبح اللي بعد.
Famine has now been declared in Gaza City, where the Patients Friends Benevolent Society Hospital is located. Over the last 2 years, Gaza's healthcare system has been destroyed by Israeli bombardments, and the Benevolent Hospital was not spared. Operating rooms, oxygen stations and electrical supplies have been damaged repeatedly. Israel's aid restrictions has also resulted in severe shortage of specialized milk and medical supplies. Doctors at the Benevolent Hospital say children are dying of malnutrition.
بفرجيكم مثلا ان بعض الحالات اللي بيكون واضح عليها سوء التغذية بشكل كبير.
Jannah Ayad is 8 years old. Her malnutrition is severe. Staff say she needs to be evacuated for urgent care. Her 1-year-old sister Juri died at this hospital because of hunger. Her mother says, "I can't bear to lose my second daughter." Israeli authorities say they're not restricting aid, but 1 in every 10 children in Gaza is malnourished. Aid workers from Save the Children say some mothers had zero access to food in North Gaza.
They were taking desperate and dehumanizing measures to feed their children because they had no access to aid. So one mother was telling me how she was feeding her children animal feed, trying to make some sort of dough with that animal feed to make bread that she would cut up into pieces to feed her 4 children.
If these children were growing up elsewhere, they would be laughing and playing with their friends. But instead, they're struggling for every breath.
I want to add something that, all these Arab world that, have been complicit, not saying anything. Okay, maybe they're taking the Palestinian in, but overall they're not really doing anything. They're not cutting ties. Just, sorry, just when Donald Trump came over the Arab world, he received $5 trillion. He just tells what the alliance is with the Arab world, But what they don't know is that this same thing was happening in Gaza, it might happen to them. Because in the Great Israel map, it shows that, Jordan, Lebanon, parts of Egypt, large chunk of Syria, Iraq, large chunk of Iraq, and Saudi Arabia as well, a large chunk. If you look at it carefully, the map by Netanyahu put up, you can see that, one of the Arab countries are next. I think just today they bombed Yemen, which is not in the Israeli thing, but they're attacking the neighbors basically. Lebanon has lost its front. Egypt not confronting yet. I say yet because they might do it any moment. Jordan probably next after Syria anyway. What does it lead? you're only delaying the inevitable, because their belief is that they must create an greater Israel. So the Messiah might come, which we know is Antichrist. You know,
Why, after 73 years of absence, is Palestine making its Miss Universe debut? Meet Nadine Ayoub, an advocate and model who made history by representing Palestine at Miss Earth in 2022, before being selected as the first ever Miss Palestine to compete at Miss Universe.
It feels very surreal. I'm very proud of myself. At the same time, I'm kind of nervous just because it's a lot of weight on me, because I am representing my nation, I'm representing my people, and I'm being a voice for the innocent people in Palestine and women and children that want to show the world that they are more than just their suffering. They are their dreams, they're their talents, they are a powerful voice that they can offer to the world.
What's different this year? What has happened so that you're able to compete and represent Palestine?
Well, part of the reason is that a Miss Palestine organization has been created, and I was a big part of creating that with my successes beforehand. And I always want to use my success and my voice for my people and for my nation. And this year, we also decided to go for Miss Universe. So usually, beauty queens, they go to more than one competition. And I decided to postpone Miss Universe because of what was happening in Palestine. But I felt like this year it was the time, and it was the time to use my voice for the right cause and the right thing. I really worked closely with the children in Palestine. I taught them English. I worked in cancer foundations and visited children there, and used my platform since then, before I even was a beauty queen, to shed light on the situation in Palestine. So my love for pageantry really came from my love for Palestine and wanting to be a voice.
The Miss Universe organisation strives to be a neutral platform that unites women from diverse backgrounds and does not align with any political party or rhetoric. But that hasn't stopped it from encountering boycott calls in the past.
This year, Miss Universe is headed to one of the most hidden paradises in the world.
In 2021, Israel hosted the Miss Universe pageant in Eilat, which quickly became a point of international controversy. This backlash stemmed from the ongoing occupation of Palestine, which made the pageant's location highly contentious. South Africa withdrew official support for their contestants in protest. They condemned Israel's policies in the Palestinian territories, comparing them to an apartheid system of segregation and discrimination. Israel was also accused of culturally appropriating Palestinian culture. During the pageant, contestants were seen wearing traditional Palestinian embroidered dresses known as those with tatris, a symbol of Palestinian heritage. They were also shown preparing Palestinian dishes such as rolling vine leaves, which is a customary Palestinian practice. These cultural elements were presented as part of Israeli culture in social media posts using the hashtag #VisitIsrael. Miss Universe commented that Miss Ayoub embodies the resilience and determination that defines our platform.
What motivated me to participate in Miss Universe is my love for my country, my love for my people, and to be the voice for the children and the women that want to show the world that they are human and that we are more than just what we see in the headlines. We are more than just our suffering, our pain, our hurt. We want to show the world that we're just like everybody else. We have dreams, we have voices. We want to be represented in all of our beauty through our culture, our heritage, our history, our music, our art, and we're people that have so much to offer, and we are such a diverse people, and we want to show that.
this is another example that Palestinian uh, Miss Universe, or I think Miss Palestinian from the pageant, she's using her platform to promote and ask people to stand up for either Palestine. This shows that whoever you are, don't stop talking about Palestine. I should mention that not just Palestinians are suffering. There's people out there in the world, like for Sudan, for example, struggling right now. They need help as well. But the reason why we're so focused on um, Palestine is because the Western people are defending it. The Western media defending, defending the genocide. They have the money in the pocket, and also they believe in the cause that, once Israel has made a greater Israel, then the Messiah will come. This is the delusion that they believe there are people out there. So you gotta be careful and obviously stay safe, but also try your best to speak out as much as you can.
سياسة إسرائيل تجويعنا بدخلوا قدام الكاميرات أكل مش لنا للحرامين بيبيعون في الأسواق. الناس الغلبان الفقير وين تشتري؟ مين بيقدر يشتري كيلو طحين ب 15 شيكل؟
من 6 أشهر صرنا نص سنة إحنا في الجوع، اضعفنا كل بمشي بتعب بدوخ، أنا صرت أدوخ مش قادر أمشي صلب ظهر.
If you notice in the news that Netanyahu mentioned that there's no starvation in Gaza, he literally said it, a blatant lie. When these images are coming out, they're not AI, they're literally news networks saying it. They're doing it, they're going out in the field and reporting it. Not stupid. We can see with our eyes, that the people are suffering, the people are dying, there's skin and bones. How much proof do you need? But it looks like they're going to take Gaza anyway, regardless of what we say and do. The question is, what's next now? Because obviously Netanyahu's plan is to probably create more wars to stay in power. He's probably targeting Jordan next, or in the process, or already thought about it, It's going to be World War III around the corner. I can just feel it.
זה מה שהם רואים בבוקר, כשהם יוצאים לשעת חצר שלהם, זה מה שהם רואים, ואחד מהם למעלה כאן.
That's Ben Gvir from the Israeli government. He's part of Netanyahu. He basically said that photo you see, he's pointing at, that's the Gaza city, or Gaza basically. And whoever's a prisoner there, they say, "Oh, we recognize your house. Oh, that's my house." They just to demoralize. That's how your house is meant to be demolished. You can see your house, but it's demolished. You mess with us, it's gonna get demolished. Stay in your lane. You're beneath us. Now, the level of racism is unimaginable. The Jewish people, they've been suffered a lot. The Holocaust or whatnot, and they themselves are doing the atrocity. I don't understand where they went wrong. I want to see a debate with someone, from their side, a Zionist, arguing with a proper Christian, a Christian Zionist, have a debate with a proper Christian or a Jewish Zionist, debating with a Jewish person, a proper authentic Jewish guy. That would be awesome.
Here we are today, the IPC, the group that's responsible for designating starvation or famine in a particular area, has just stated that Gaza is in a state of famine. Famine. This is not a natural disaster. It's not a drought. This is a man-made disaster. It's a man-made criminal act to kill civilian populations. And it's being perpetrated by Israel and the IDF. They have all the food in the world on one side of the border. And on the other side, they have nothing. Don't let Gaza starve. Speak up. Don't stop until there's a just and lasting peace. Yes, we must stop this. We must bring the hostages home. And we must stop the killing of the children. More than 80% of the people who have died in this war are civilians. It's insane. Do something. President Trump, do something. You say you care about starving people. You say you want to stop war. Do something. Germany, do something. Europe, do something. UK, do something. We're going to sit here and watch this happen? It's insane. It's heartbreaking.
That's the guy who played in the Marvel movies Hulk. I don't know his name, but he's I believe he's Jewish, and he's saying that speak up and do something. But we already know that Donald Trump is getting paid by AIPAC, which is a Jewish lobby, and they basically tell him what to do, and he's like nodding his head. Don't get me wrong, I think Donald Trump is a good president, but saying that he's transactional. If you pay him well, he'll do what you want him to do. So, if you're American Muslim or any Jewish, if you speak up, I know right now America's not the best place to go in now. You got ICE, you got people they're cracking down on illegal aliens. It's just crazy right now. And saying that, I'm gonna end the video there. If you're new to the channel, please like, share, and subscribe. Assalamu alaikum.